morning, folks. Welcome to the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. I'm Jared Floyd. Happy Friday morning. It's Gumbo Pie Day. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, I'll explain in just a minute. It is a beautiful start. Temperatures are back into the 60s, so it is a warmer, more humid start across the area. But again, of note, we do have a cold front that's approaching this weekend. If you've joined some of our earlier streams from yesterday and yesterday morning, or even through the day on Wednesday, we made mention of some very isolated severe storm threats. Those have kind of corrected themselves as we go into the weekend. We'll talk more about that in just a minute as well. Gumbo Pie Day. All right, so if you go to Jack's Craft Smokehouse today in West Monroe, they are having a special called the Gumbo Pie. Tracy has affectionately now named that the Floyd's Gumbo Pie. It is literally named after the family namesake, which is cool. It is essentially a gumbo inside a chicken pot pie shell. Think of chicken pot pie, but gumbo instead of chicken pot pie stuff. And it's delicious. It's a special. It's once a year. They sell out every year. I highly recommend that you swing by and check one out today. If you go around lunchtime, I think the missus and I are going at around 11:30. I don't know when we're going. I don't want to lie because I do need to do a midday stream. But again, Floyd's Gumbo Pie Day at Jack's Craft Smokehouse in West Monroe. Got to give it a shot. It's delicious. And if gumbo pie is not your thing, just get something else there for lunch. You can't go wrong. Look at temperatures across the area. We're in the mid to upper 60s. Again, much warmer as the low-level moisture starts to stream in. Dew points are much higher, too. It is a muggy start to the day. Janet, good morning to you, and happy Friday. So, obviously, low-level moisture makes all the difference. The drier air cools off quickly at night, but you can only drop to the dew point, and a lot of us are pretty close to that this morning. Visibility, not a big issue, not as much of an issue as it was yesterday, but Camden's visibility is down to 2 miles, Alexandria down to 3, Greenville down to 6. So if you're traveling, some of our river valleys may have some patchy fog this morning, and that's about it. Check of the infrared satellite. I could have shown you the visible satellite, but I've only shown you like one image because the sun's just now rising on this Friday. We do have some cloud cover across the region. I would expect it to thin out a certain degree this afternoon. Still expect some sunshine. Then the clouds roll back in and could be pretty thick again tomorrow morning. But the rain chances are still very, very spotty. These boundaries that are moving through the area just don't have a lot of forcing in the atmosphere, and really the better upper level dynamics and guts of these storm systems are missing us well to the north. That's why we really just can't generate any rainfall. Joy, good morning to you as well. Check of the radar. Radar products are always made possible by Brown's Roofing, brownsroofingla.com. A quick note from our friends at Brown's Roofing. I noticed this yesterday, and I bugged Jimmy for some information. They are starting their Bundle Up clothing drive, running now till the end of November, taking anything you're willing to donate for the incoming winter season. Sweaters, jackets, beanies, gloves, hand warmers, tents, new underwear, and socks. If you have anything you'd like to donate, they have a ton of drop-off locations. Go Physical Therapy, Carrie Brown Therapy Clinic, Fleet Feet, Duke's Barbershop, Home Hardware, Fat Pelican, and it goes on and on and on. You can go to their Facebook page, go to Brown's Roofing Facebook page for more information. You can also schedule a pickup if you have a large donation. So you can schedule a pickup there, and they'll come meet you and take all that stuff away from you. So again, the Bundle Up clothing drive, if you can donate, we appreciate if you could. Janice, good morning to you as well. Not a whole lot happening across the area right now. Becky, good morning. Showers are starting to stir up across the southeastern portions of the United States, but as you look at futurecasts made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe, go see them this weekend, especially if you are looking for a youth side-by-side or ATV for the holiday season. We have this weak front, and remember earlier this week, we kind of referred to them as a series of weak fronts. The first of which arrives this afternoon. Tonight's already kind of arriving in the area. Evelyn, good morning to you. But for the most part, this boundary's kind of stalled and is essentially washing out. That's why it's really not providing any kind of focus for rainfall. Could drive some thunderstorms through the Tennessee Valley a little bit later this evening. Hi, Kim. Good morning to you. This is the front that starts all the big differences. This boundary moves through the area Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. It won't be an immediate cool down, but we will start trending cooler for Sunday. And then there's a reinforcing shot of colder air that arrives Sunday at around midday. I think we're going to hit our high temperatures for the day probably around lunchtime on Sunday. Through the afternoon, I don't think we're going to be warming. I think we're actually going to be cooling on Sunday. And then Monday morning will be chilly. So will Tuesday. And many areas may even struggle. I don't want to say this with a whole lot of confidence, but there will be some areas that may struggle to get out of the 40s on Monday. It's going to be chilly. Look at the severe weather threats. Again, these advancing cold fronts, if you remember joining us on Wednesday, we talked about a Friday severe weather threat along the Mississippi Valley. That is now shifted well east. And then late yesterday when I joined you for the stream, I was talking about the possibility of a Saturday severe weather threat. Very isolated threat. That's gone too. Sometimes when you look at these severe weather outlooks, especially kind of along these weak, kind of nebulous frontal boundaries with a lot of warm, humid air out ahead of it, sometimes you just have to let the forecast kind of correct itself before you start trying to deep dive and get overly specific about the hazards and all those types of things as severe weather potential develops and then fizzles before it can even get started. Like I said, a lot of those are self-correcting errors. Not an error, but self-correcting parts of the forecast as you get a little bit closer. Rainfall forecast over the next 7 days. Nothing. I remember when Yukon Cornelius and the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer claymation, where he'd throw his ice pick up in the air looking for stuff, and then it'd hit and he'd smell it. Nothing. That's what we got. Sorry, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a holiday favorite in my household, or at least for me. And I love Yukon Cornelius. I think he's a great character for that particular TV show / movie / made-for-TV movie. Anyway, let's take a look at futurecast temps. And I've kind of zoomed this ahead going into the weekend. Again, it's going to be warm today. We already know that. Saturday's going to be warm too. But I really wanted to look at that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday shift. By Sunday morning, we are back into the 50s, maybe even the upper 40s behind that initial Saturday boundary. But note Sunday afternoon. This is what I was talking about. As we get toward midday, that's about, hang on. I double-clicked through the graphics, so we got to start all this over again. Hang on a second, folks. We're going to get there. This is my fault, by the way. All right, so Sunday morning, as I was mentioning, low to mid-50s, that's where we start. Midday, low to mid-60s, upper 50s for some. This is about as cool as we get. Notice we go through the rest of the afternoon on Sunday. We see temperatures generally falling. A lot of areas will be close to the freezing mark on Monday. If you don't see the freezing mark on Monday, there is a decent chance you see it on Tuesday. Again, low 50s for highs Monday afternoon. It's going to be a chilly start to the week. And again, a lot of areas will be near the freezing mark on Tuesday morning to start, and then it's a pretty sharp warming trend. In fact, I think winds are back out of the southwest by around sunrise, and we start the warming trend for the rest of Veterans Day with highs in the upper 50s to low 60s. And that reminds me, at midday, I need to add the Veterans Day icon to the 7-day. I'll get there, though. Daytime highs today land back into the upper 70s to low 80s. We have the fog issues this morning for some, but that will continue to thin out. Janet and Ethel and Beverly, good morning to you, and hello, Jacob. Former coworker, now working at ESPN. Some of us make a name for ourselves. He's one of them. Low 80s for highs, as I mentioned, winds out of the southwest. Low 60s tonight, clouds roll back in. Maybe some patchy fog across the area. Again, it was very patchy and really scattered across the region this morning. I would expect something similar tomorrow, but again, clouds will start to roll back in pretty quickly. 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Hardware shows the dramatic cool down for Sunday, Monday. Again, 50s for highs, morning lows well into the 30s, and I'm expecting a lot of us to drop to or below freezing on Tuesday morning, but then we are warming up quickly for the middle parts of next week. Back into the mid to upper 70s rather rapidly. No real rain chances over the next 7 days. I know that you don't see any on the 7-day here, but in the eastern counties and parishes, there are some 10% rain chances today. There will be some 10 and 20% rain chances this weekend. Again, this is a 7-day forecast that's based from Monroe, but you can get your own 7-day forecast on the Digital Weather Desk app or at digitalweatherdesk.com. When you type in your zip code, your address, whatever, to denote your location, that 7-day forecast, if you held it side by side to this one, you'd go, these numbers don't match up. Well, they don't match up because, again, your 7-day that you're receiving on your app is designed basically exactly for your location. So it makes a difference. That's what we have this morning. Going to get ready to walk the kiddo to school, and I'll join you around midday with a look at the forecast. Somewhere around midday. I may need a nap after my gumbo pie. So again, Jack's Craft Smokehouse, West Monroe. Go check it out. Tell Tracy that I sent you. And again, as always, he may ask you to leave. Thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bake. Forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com or on the Digital Weather Desk app. I'll check you in midday. Your Too Long Didn't Read comes out at 9:30. Yes, it is a beautiful day, Sean. Go out and enjoy it, and I'll catch you in a couple of hours.